Hello YouTube. I got a good email about a person who don't want to be named, which I understand. He has sharpened a while, but he has a problem deburring on coarser grits, for example diamond or anything under like 1K, 1500, 2K, which is a normal problem. So I'm gonna show a little sheet, call it that, which is when you have created edge of 400, 1200 grit. This is the diamond plate from Atoma. You deburr and just, how do I say, clean up the edge on a finer grit. Like this is a 4K Kitayama with very light pressure. You then got a little refinement and polish in the edge, and at the same time it's still got the bitey tooth from the Atoma. Using the Tojiro Kiritsuke, just dragging off the edge. Again, I said I'm gonna test. So this, you see it's dull. It's cutting, but yeah, it's more tearing. So you can probably do, yeah. This 400, I like to use a little soap, and just there was a little dust on it. I don't know why, but I feel it's not finer, but it's easier to use with just a few drops of like washing the liquid soap. I'm using Salo. You use Dawn or whatever, use what you want. I feel it's easier to get right. Finding my angle around 10-12 degrees. I'm using pretty light pressure. I'm using an Empire plate. And yes, it's a horrible sound. I know. It's doing the entire edge. The downside to soap is everything is soapy. Did I did press? Yeah, I pressed record. And I'm already at the burr. I'm using the weight of the knife and like 50-100 grams. You don't need much pressure on diamond. And you don't need to bear down. Yep, I got number. And then I'm doing barely the weight of the knife. And you could go straight from this through the Kitayama 4K and just deburr for an extremely bite edge. Oops, I hit the edge. Just going the lightest you can. Just alternating like this will most likely get rid of the burr if you do it. But I understand it's hard to manage pressure. It's hard to know if a edge is clean. And people saying this is over sharpening. Well, with this pressure you are barely taking off anything. We're talking tenths of millimeters here. There. Where did I put my towel there? Ah. how I feel a burr is usually this. I feel if it's grabbing anything. It's a tiny burr there actually, because it's so hard to deburr. I get a perfect clean edge. So let's say you only have the 400 and you want to make a clean edge of this. Well, the burr is probably standing straight up. So then just this. It feels like a saw. Will probably weaken the burr. Do it sideways. Do it straight on. There. And then, yeah. Just do this. Then stop at nearly 90. Like Shibata Takayuki does this on denim, but he uses stone, which is way easier than diamond. And then lateral again, going back here. Just wanted to see how clean edge I can get off the 400. And again this. There, I don't feel it grab the cloth anymore. Then I do my hand. I'm pretty sure this is a okay edge now. Yes. Just bring this clean. I'm gonna see how that edge is of a 400. This is how you learn to deburr. Do on every stone. Again, A4 paper. And you'll see I can make it cut. But it's a pretty dang coarse edge. Is it bad? No, it will rip through tomatoes. But let me show you what I mean. Yeah, I can just put it there. And remember, this is again straight off the 400. No magic or sheeting or anything. Let's show you how little it needs. Just to clean up. Vertically, no pressure, just the weight of the knife. There was a tiny speck of the stone that got loose. And why I say no pressure is because you want the burr to get abraded there, and just straighten and clean up the teeth, not abrade them away. And this is what I call, for me, not for you, but for me, the perfect edge. There, that's all we do on the Kitayama. And I'm 90% sure this is a very good edge now, and I mean very good. That's completely burr free, at least what I'm detecting here. And this is the best way I found to feel it. You develop a feeling. Sharpening is more about feeling than gear. Then be extremely careful. Do this. Feels clean. Feels clean. Then this I don't recommend. I can do it. Do sideways. Very careful not to cut yourself. Feels clean. Then I do the 3-finger test and it feels like hitting electricity. Woo! It's scary. And then if that passes, I do the paper again. You can hear the teeth. That's pretty damn toothy. And it's cutting very clean. If you see the paper, there's no tears, there's no nothing. And then and everybody got some denim, so sacrifice a pants or get one from the local thrift store or sacrifice an old one. I strop like huge at 45, and people saying this rounds the edge or hurts it. Well, then you can't use it for cutting. And I can see this is tearing at the denim because it's so aggressive edge. But this will be scary sharp now. This, if I place the knife here, let's try this. Is that in view? Yep. Remember, this is of a 400 and barely cleaned up. It's starting because I went out to the side. Let's start it again. Oh, it's going out to the side. Can I push cut? Nope. But I can draw cut. I can do curlies. I can cut a circle if I don't touch my hand. Can I? Or is it 2-core? Nope. I can do the in and out. I can do the tip. This is a frightful edge. But let's clean it up. Now it's clean. Just removing this. I'm going through the 1200 to establish the burr. Again, now I know it's clean. I know this plate is clean, and again, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. That was 6. Does it matter? No. And the soap, it helps me a lot. It may help you, it might make it worse. You need to experiment. I like soap. I feel it's cushioning a little, like it feels like a slurry on a J-net, like it's helping you. Now I'm using exceedingly light pressure, just wanting to refine and get rid of the teeth from the 400. And you don't need to sharpen to a burr again when you already have established a burr. The apex is there. I see people saying, like I've said so many videos, not mentioning names, but if you Google, for example, Shibata Bite Finisher, you sharpen to a burr on the 600, then again on the 1200. It's like, why? Your burr is already there. You are just weakening the edge and creating unnecessarily stress on the edge. People need to understand a little about knife steel and metallurgy before they speak. I'm doing the most gentle pressure I can here to avoid creating a burr. I think that's good. You can also use a sponge to Just drop your knife on. Yeah, just cleaning it. And look guys, sharpening is easy when you understand the basics. I would not suggest to learn on diamond plates because it's so hard and so insanely quick to mess up. Learn on 1000 grit and then move down in the grit. When you have mastered clean, very good, very sharp edges of 1000, then learn it on like 500-600, then do it on 300-400. If you can get down to 200-300-400 and get clean edges, then move to diamond. I don't actually think I need the Kitayama, but I'm gonna check. I'm not getting overconfident, but this feels very good. And now, this is of now, that's why I'm calling it a sheet. If you go up in grit, let's say that's easier to get cleaner and cleaner burr of like 1K going to 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K, 7K, because they are braid less and less. It's easier just washing to get a clean edge of the finer stones than the coarser. But if you then think, oh, I want some more bite, then just drop down in grit and do 2-3 very light passes on a 400, on a 1200 diamond or something, and you will get the bite again. It's that easy. Don't overcomplicate things. Again, the best strop in the world for me is denim. There's nothing in the world. I've tried leather, I've tried horse leather, Horveen, I've tried kangaroo, I tried buffalo, I tried cow leather. Nothing beats an old pair of denim to me. There, I remember straight off the 1200 now. If I can manage to hold this piece of paper, that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. And we're at 18 minutes. So. And you see this isn't as polished, so let's try hitting it straight on. It wants to not start. Try the other side. It's a little wet also. Nope, not refined enough. So, do you want refined? Or do you want this? I want this, but I'm gonna show you if you want more refined. Literally, this is all you need. Just so I don't hit that. That's all you need. And again, I do this just to clean up. Let's check now. Oops, I spoke too soon. Yep, I spoke too soon. Yep. Let's try another sheet. And if you want more and more polish, spend more and more time on that damn Kitayama or another stone. And look guys, this isn't, I don't care about this, it's just to show you. Some people do. There, but again, I went out to the side. But now, I can push cut. I can do all of these, turn, I can do the tip. And again, it's very bitey. That's probably a very good blend of vegetables, meats, and yeah, everything like a Giotto. It's cow sword, which it's actually translated to. So, this, the lunch paper, this is harder. And I feel, do I bite, do I slide, I go starting, stopping, all over. Is it sharp? Is it sharp at the tip? Yep. And these are actually harder. The one from Angelamark is harder than the ones from Rema 1000, I found. You see it skates a little more air. And go slow, don't cheat. And this is just to tell me, is the edge clean? It needs maybe a tiny bit at the tip. Then I do like that. Yes, I dropped some cardboard and that was clean. So, this also, you just want to clean your edge, don't make a fuss. That improved it great. Made it a good bit better. And look guys, sharpening is all about feel. If you feel it isn't doing fine enough, then it's suddenly a lot, and I mean a lot finer. Like lots and lots of finer. If you want more bite, go back to the 400, 1200. If you want more polish, go up. It isn't rocket science. That's still a very, very bitey edge. Because it's a diamond edge with a little refinement. Again, I do this just to make sure it's dry and clean. And I put it away. That's how simple I can put it to get sharpening, to get deburring. If it's easier to move up grids to get a clean edge, and then when you have established a clean edge, just move down again, do a few strokes. If that's too bitey, too aggressive, move a little up again, move back and forth till you find the balance. It's a give and take. You can't have 10 out of 10 bite and aggressiveness in a edge and have 10 and 10 polish. It's a give and take. If you want the most aggressive, rip a edge on a 400-ish will not give the push cutting of like a 4-5K and the vice versa. You can't expect both. I like somewhere in the middle. I like more and more bite like this now. More and more bite, because when I do a lot more slicing, I can still do push cutting. But like tomatoes, I ain't push cutting, I'm dragging. So carrots, I'm more push. You can do push and pull. Yeah, it's up to how you use the knife. Experiment, have fun. Please press like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Bye.